What's up, guys? I'm just a gamer, and I'm just here to give you my thoughts on some gaming news today. And I just wanted to go over that IGN released another rewind trailer for Titanfall 2, which was actually really good. The guy going over the trailer pointed out a lot of details in the trailer, and he even spoke about things that were not in the trailer, like the fact that they're getting rid of the original 3 Titan models from the first game, and they're gonna have 6 completely new Titan models in the new game. And it's a lot of interesting stuff. And again, it makes me wonder why the God of War Rewind trailer was just so bad. Again, like I said in my previous video, like the lady who was going over the Rewind trailer for God of War, she basically just narrated the trailer itself. She didn't point out anything like intriguing or useful or like tidbits that you would want to know, which is strange because IGN has a wiki page for that trailer or for that game that does point out a lot of secrets and little Easter eggs which are in the trailer and just hard to see. And I just find it really weird that the Rewind trailer, the breakdown of the trailer itself, was not given as much attention. And I'm just wondering why there's such a disconnect. Why is the rewind for this game so much more minute and broken down? Like, it's broken down a lot better than another trailer for another game. And it's just, I don't understand why there's such a disconnect. And I just find it really weird. Another thing I want to talk about is apparently the director of Resident Evil 7 is telling gamers that to temper their expectations on the ghost story. Like, I guess from what I read, there isn't really going to be a ghost in Resident Evil 7, which I kind of expected because Resident Evil was never really like completely supernatural. It was always more science and like biological, chemical, chemistry, stuff like that. So I kind of always figured, but yes, there is a ghost in the demo right now for beginning hours, and I guess he's just telling people that don't expect it in the game, which he's already said before that this demo is actually not a part of the game at all. It's actually nowhere near anything in the game. So I really didn't expect a ghost story in that sense because, again, Resident Evil has never really been a supernatural game. It has always been like, sciencey and chemical. Yes, there's zombies and yes, there's monsters, but they're always mutations from a virus or something like that. So I never really expected that, which I guess some people are disappointed, but in a sense, I'm not, because if they really go into the supernatural route, it wouldn't really be Resident Evil anymore. Resident Evil has always been, again, in a way, grounded. It was all based on science. Well, if they went supernatural, it wouldn't really be the same. It wouldn't really be Resident Evil. So I can understand why some people are disappointed because the ghost aspect was really spooky, it was really scary, and of course people kept comparing it to PT, which I believe they said that one of the original people from PTA is actually working on Resident Evil 7. So I can understand why people are kind of bummed that that supernatural aspect is not really going to be in the game, which makes it a bit more scary. But I really do understand why they're not putting it, because again, it's not really Resident Evil. Resident Evil has always been grounded and based on science, I guess. Game science, game logic, if you can say that. But I always expected as much. So I'm not really that disappointed. And the last thing I want to talk about is Paper Mario is a series I fell in love with on the original N64. And I'm kind of disappointed with this series as of late. The last good Paper Mario game was 1,000 Year Door on the GameCube. And I wasn't really a big fan of Super Paper Mario on Wii. Didn't even bother with the sticker game on 3DS. And I have to say, the Color Splash game coming to Wii U doesn't look that good either to me. I mean, I guess the thing that bums me out is because for the original Paper Mario and for 1,000 Year Door, the paper aesthetic was just the style of the game. And it was still, based on it was just how that game was. It was just a style. It wasn't really part of the story. While the newer games, like I believe Super Paper Mario and Sticker, they made the paper actual gameplay elements, and it kind of took me out of that world because I liked the aesthetic, I liked the style. It was that world, it was just how it was, but it was still focused on stories, and it still, they took itself, I don't want to say seriously, but serious for that world. When it came to Super Paper Mario, they started playing around to where like the paper, you knew you were paper and you can fold yourself and like make yourself a paper airplane to get through stuff and things like that. And I don't know, it just kind of took me out of that world. But again, maybe that's just me. I kind of feel bummed that they're making it too gimmicky. They're making the paper aspect of it too gimmicky. They're making it too overt. I liked it better with the first two games where it was just an art style, and the game itself still centered around traditional, I guess, RPG elements. But I don't know, maybe Color Splash will be better or good. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask a buddy of mine if he buys it to see how it is. But that's just my opinion, and these are just a few of my thoughts. You guys take care, and remember, I'm just a gamer, and peace out.